Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy III. That's not what I wanted. So now we're gonna chase after Gutsco and hopefully get the Horn of Ice and possibly the Horn of Fire back. And if my eyes don't deceive me, I do believe... Oh dear. Well, I guess you are in the wrong row. Wait, no, let's just run away from this. And hopefully, you know, can we just run away, guys? I guess this is why it would have been helpful to have a thief. We're gonna get maybe some more crystal powers, which I'm excited about. Antarctic Wind, that should be useful. And this looks an awful lot like Damage Floor, which I am not excited about. This is an Adamantoise, which I believe is what we fought as the first boss. So that's cool that they're reusing bosses already. Usually you don't see that so early on in the game. There's my ice staff. Now my guess is that ice staff is going to be more effective. Oh yeah, totally. Yay! Good job, Refia. Yeah, this totally looks like Damage Floor. Watch it be Damage Floor. Fucking cut. Oh! Even better than normal Damage Floor. It's damage the longer you stand in it floor. I'm gonna get the hell out of here for a second. Go back over to the item shop and stock up on healing items, because there's no way I'm making it through without them. Did I... You guys are all... No. Well, you certainly could use this Ice Helm, Angus, as you have better armor, but you could certainly use the Ice Helm. Yeah, even better than the Shell Helm. And you do fire damage. You do 25, so that's actually less. I might end up equipping it anyway, just because the sword might... I don't know if enemies in this game have the ability to absorb. Sure. But that should be a thing to watch out for in a fire-themed area. How much money would it be to just max out my health potions? Couldn't quite get there. What if I just maxed out regular potions? So much more affordable. Okay. I mean, I think they're, what is it, like only a couple of, like 50 life recovery? Yeah, 50 HP, but, I mean, 99 will be enough to mitigate any floor damage that I take walking over the lava, I hope. Okay. Also, I gotta say, I find it really odd that they place a Chocobo Forest there, especially when there's nowhere else to go. That strikes me as strange. It actually makes me wonder why this is even here in the first place. Who knows? Thought maybe there was like a treasure box or something that we could pick up. Alright. Alright, let's try this again. Molten Cave, go. Oh, it's not damage per step, it's damage per time spent in the lava. I guess that's a little bit more reasonable, kind of. I feel like per step is the sort of typical way of doing that. These battles are probably going to take a little bit longer as well, just because I don't really, I can't set characters to auto-use attacks, so I won't really be able to speed through them as much. Nice. But that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Should be able to take them out with just 2 of these spells. And I can't tell how much damage the lava floor does, but it doesn't seem to be that much, so not too worried, although I did just burn 12 right there. Honestly, these enemies are probably more of a threat to me than the floor is. Yay, lava. Not my... Oh, a freezing blade, okay. That is undoubtedly important. Cool. Better than the Salmon sword. Not as good as the Viking axe. Perfect. Boo. Go away. I don't like that these guys have sleepy attacks, though. That's kind of bullshit. Oh, God! You just killed that guy. You killed my guy. Dick. I probably actually should have bought some Phoenix Downs while I was there as well, but I'm sure we'll be... I have faith. I have faith in our survivability as a team. We are warriors of light, after all. We're, you know, like, destined to do the thing and save the people or whatever. Oh, ooh! Marshmallows and balloons. These are, I don't know if prototype is really quite the right word, but early versions of what will eventually become flan and bombs. I think we saw bombs in Final Fantasy II, although they don't function quite like they do in the rest of the series. They were just a different enemy type. But later on in the series, flan will have incredibly high physical... Well, I guess we saw them in 2 as well. They have incredibly high physical defense, and then very weak elemental defense to a very specific element. Usually what the opposing of whatever they are. So, you know, if it's an ice one, it would be fire. If it was a fire one, it would be ice, etc., etc., etc. And then bombs are an enemy type that Crocata is what these things are called. This is a Myrmecoleon, which is basically a reskinned manticore. Cool. I don't know. Oh, what they turn things into? I don't know what this game's obsession with people that have stoning attack is. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's way too powerful of a enemy ability to have it so frequently, in my opinion. And it's also one of those status effects that's almost completely one-sided. enemies often have such a high resistance to it that it's almost useless for a player to cast against an enemy, but for an enemy to cast against a player, since our resistance aren't as high, it's incredibly devastating. Nice. You have anything you can put on your head? Even like a headband or something? So yeah, that's kind of crappy. Yes. This is obviously a secret door. But nice try, Flame Cave. Good try being sneaky. But yeah, anyway, later on in the series, bombs will be enemies that are weak against ice or water, depending on the game, and then absorb fire damage and grow in size. And I think if they are present for, like, usually it's like 4 or more turns, or are close to death, then they will use a self-destruct ability, which in the early game can be pretty devastating. Strange. This looks like it would be a great place to put a save point, you know, if you were into that. Ooh, this sounds like crystal room music, which means I should heal all my peeps. And fuck up Gutsco. Guts, what's Guts? Gutsco. Sounds like a shopping market chain. I can feel it coursing through my veins, but it's not enough. I don't think that's how that works, but, you know, I mean, you can certainly... Why is everything shaking so much when he walks? He's just as... No kidding. He's just as big as we are. Oh, what the fuck is that? Well, okay, that is a salamander. But why are we fighting it? Are they trying to say that it's Gutsco? Like he turned into it with the power of the fire horn? That seems like a stretch game, fantasy game where magic exists. That seems like an awful stretch. Alright, so we'll do Anarchic Wind. I'll shoot some blizzards at you. So Retaliate lets her defend and then counterattack for every time she's attacked. Nice. Anarchic Wind just does a single cast of Blizzara that does a solid amount of damage. And Advance does extra damage, physical damage for him, and then he takes increased physical damage. So it's a bit of a risk, but I'm not too worried. This guy doesn't seem like super duper strong. He's an awful long way from a save point though, so if we do die, we're kind of screwed. 150 damage to that. Okay, so any one character will survive 2 attacks, which is good. Alright. Retaliate is a cool ability, but there's no way of really making it reliably work, since, as far as I know, there's no way of drawing aggro in this game. So, like, if you could use, like a taunt ability or whatever this game wanted to call it, and, oh, Jesus Christ. Holy shit! That was no good. Oh god, and now we're stuck in, like, please don't... kill my characters before they fucking kill the boss mode. This is my least favorite conundrum to be in. Essentially, like, you have to gamble and see if you can keep a character alive. And that's why I don't like it. Because there's I think I've talked about this with previous boss fights where this has happened, but there's a high probability that your characters, since Phoenix Downs revive at such a low health point total, there's a high likelihood of your characters dying as soon as they're revived. Oh, that was incredibly lucky. And so, you have to be really super careful about the way you use that, the Phoenix Downs, in battle. I'd say is the caveat for that. Oh, cool. So, see, dead. He's gonna cast Kira, probably on Angus. No, on himself. Well, that's smart, at least. She'll Phoenix down Refia, or he'll Phoenix down Refia. Refia's gonna die next turn. It's just this, like, crappy cycle of nobody's dealing damage because you're trying to keep your party members alive, but at the same time, you're struggling to keep your party members alive because the boss is always attacking, you know? It's not like he's gonna stop and let you heal. And there she goes. Do not like it. Do not like it at all. Maybe he'll use Kira on Ark. Nope. On himself again. Hey! Psst. Sorry, that was my cat. She likes to scratch on cardboard. We like to discourage her from scratching on cardboard that isn't her scratching post. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so far so good. Kind of. Okay, Ark is back up. Even Cure should pull her out of the completely red. The danger zone, so to speak. I guess you can just use a normal potion on yourself. And everyone's dead. Yep. Oh my god. This is crap. This is really crappy. I have nothing to do, I just have to cast Blizzard and hope that... Yeah. Woo! Cool. Fucking brilliant. That was really frustrating, and there's nothing really to do for it. Which is unfortunate. I guess I could level up a little bit. I really don't want to do that. What could I do? I could go back to the town and buy high potions. That's an option, and at least I wouldn't be running around trying to cast so much. The problem is I have no way of gauging what light cast time is and how long something will take to cast. So I can't say with any degree of certainty that something's going to be quicker than the other, like using an item, for instance. It's going to be quicker than... Oh, but you know what I could do? Here's an interesting idea. What if I swap you guys back to red mages? And then I have you... That way everyone can use magic, and in turn everyone can use stabs, which would mean Arc and Lunith would be actually, ironically, my main damage dealers, and then Ingus and Refia would just heal all the time? That makes sense? I don't know. But it's something we could try. Okay, well. Wonder if this will work. No. Okay. This is my second try, so I'm gonna go ahead and fight a couple of battles to get myself out of that debuff section, and then I will run back to the boss room and see if that helps. So I'll cut the recording here and pick it up when we are back at the boss room. Okay, everyone, we're back. Finally made it to the boss. And hopefully this is going to go a lot better. I'm going to try to be a lot more conscious of my health. I'm going to try and make sure that nobody is getting too damaged. And hopefully we will not be fucked quite as much as we were this time. Actually, probably better. No, I guess they're better off using the stabs because they actually get some sort of better damage out of it than I bet Lunith does. Yeah, hopefully this goes a lot better. What? Are you kidding me? Wait. It did 0 damage. That did 0 damage. What the fuck? Well, fine. Be that way. Jesus. And then there goes Ark. Right? Yep. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Holy shit. That's really cool and super duper sucks for Ark. If he can only stay alive for one more. One more. Oh man. That's a super bummer. Ugh. Oh well. Nothing to be done for it. Yeah, Gutsco! And I got the Horns of Ice. Even though one definitely looked like a Horn of Fire? Oh, no kidding. Whatever would have given you that impression? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'm excited to see what new job classes we get. Oh, that's it? Really? I figured there would be a little bit more fanfare. Oh, Ark. Is he a level behind everyone, though? No, he... Maybe for boss battles they give you experience for all of them. That's cool. Okay, well, there's that solved. Let me take a look at what we got here. Ooh, so we've got Ranger now. Which gives us absolutely no explanation on Knight, Scholar, and Geomancer. Well, I certainly know what you want to be. You probably want to be a Knight. Makes sense for you, right? Oh yeah, look at you. You're so knightly. I feel like you're probably a ranger. Who's a scholar? I don't know what any of the job classes are in this game, guys. I don't know how to tell either. So I'm still limited to swords. I love that equipping a weapon is actually, like, it lowers my defense. Or it lowers my unarmed attack to below what, like, any of these weapons would make me do less damage than I would just by punching. But luckily, we always dual wield. And so, more defense. Gloves. What can you equip? That's usually a good clue. Nothing. And nothing that scholars can use. There are also mages. Okay. They have magic casts. Maybe they're a more magic-focused red mage? I don't know. And then, what's the other thing we have? Geomancer. Geomancers, I remember being kind of a wild card class, simply because their abilities depend on where you are standing. At least that's how it usually works. So, for instance, let's try and get into a battle real quick. Oh, back attack. That's not very good. So yeah, terrain. My guess is Knight gets the cover ability. Magic. Oh. He's a mage knight? Maybe? So you get to cast arrow. At least on this particular tree. Shadow flare. Oh, maybe it's just random then. Whoa! That was so much damage. Oh, I know. There's that guy in the inn. He tells you what jobs do. Let's go talk to him really quick. Right. Okay, that's what I thought. And they can use white magic. Huh. That's really interesting. Their damage potential rises exponentially with their job level. Okay. Well, the Geomancer seems kind of like a fun thing to try out for Refia. Unfortunately, I don't have any other armor to give her. Let's look at... Let's swap you over to, what, Ranger? Although I don't particularly like ranged attacks. Bows, specifically. I don't really like bows at all. In any Final Fantasy game, honestly, I think they're kind of a giant waste of time. Although, you know, I mean, I guess I've had a couple of... With their bows, they can attack for full damage even from the back line. Their barrage ability allows them to unleash, so that would be a hit everybody attack. I don't know. I would like to keep her with Geomancer, but I'm afraid that, unfortunately, she doesn't really... what's the word? Oh, I can't, I don't have equipment for her as a Geomancer. A knight really wouldn't be a bad idea either. They seem like better warriors. I mean, I guess it just depends on your job level. Oh, because he is a white mage. Okay, I see. Oh, let's look at what scholars do really quick. Oh. Okay. So scholars can okay. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go see, because this actually might be a really crucial character to have. You apparently don't get to equip weapons as a scholar. Cool. This might be the examine ability that I need to see elemental weaknesses and hit point totals. Which would probably be incredibly beneficial. So I guess all you get is a mage roll, but I'm sorry about that, Refia. Cool. Study. And it's cool that knights get a white mage. That seems a little bit overpowered, but I'm sure it's... Yes! Awesome. Cool. Well, I found a class for Refia then. Nice. Even though she she doesn't get weapons, I guess, until we go wherever we're supposed to go. Okay, well, that's a good place to stop this episode. Thanks for hanging in there and sticking with me through that incredibly long boss battle. Next time, we'll, I guess, give the elemental horns back to the dwarves, and hopefully they will point us in the direction of the next place we need to go. So I will see you around.